It's been so hard in the last years to slow down. We try as much as possible to save time, to fill in our calendar, to do more things. But we don't enjoy the present moment. It's when we are at the limit of what our bodies and our minds are capable of that we say to ourselves to absolutely slow down. And sometimes it's too late. So today I want to give you some tips that I've implemented in my life to live a more slow living lifestyle, to live more intentionally and find a balance between all of my activities. Okay, so why is it important to slow down? We know this better than anything. It's so easy to continue to live like crazy and not questioning if the life we are living right now is the life we want. We lose sight of our purpose, missions, and goals. We wake up one morning realizing that an entire month passed by without enjoying the present moment. It could be 1 month, but it could be so much more. I think about people who wake up too late and have a lot of regrets because they didn't enjoy time with families or loved ones or even with themselves. I don't want to have regrets in my life, or as little as possible anyway. Slowing down is also checking with yourself if the life you're living right now is the life you want. Of course, it's to be aligned with your values and your beliefs. It's too easy now to just take your phone when you are 5 minutes or even 20 minutes ahead. It's too easy to be distracted by a notification when you're doing something, important or not, or when you are with someone. To be on your phone all the time is also a way to fill in the void. You don't know what to do, so you take your phone and you take a break. I don't say that it's wrong, but when you see the number of hours you spend on your phone each day, it's crazy. You say that you have no time, but you spend a lot of time on your phone. And in the end, you realize that you spend 10 minutes for doing nothing and that brings you nothing great in your life. So to avoid this kind of temptation, I deleted all of my notifications, and if I'm on my phone it's because I've decided to be on it, and I've decided to scroll Instagram, and I've decided to check my emails, but it's not a notification that remind me to be on my phone. A few years ago I did a digital detox for a month. I realized that I gained so much time, that I spent so much more quality time with my family, and I didn't have the fear of missing out. I felt so good in the present moment that I've decided to continue. So I don't have notification anymore, no email notification, no social media notification, and no phone call notification either. It's crazy all the things you do mindlessly, like checking your emails or watching profiles that you don't even like. So please think about it. It's great to be bored. It's great to be with yourself and to think about yourself. And this is difficult for many people. It's difficult because you are with yourself, you're asking questions that you don't really want to ask to yourself, and it's difficult to not have something planned during your day. Being with yourself could be difficult because it's during this time that you ask yourself questions that you don't really want to ask. But this time is so precious. It allows you to reconnect with yourself, to understand what's going on in your life, to understand what's going on in your head, and to understand what you truly want in your life. Please enjoy this boredom. Enjoying boredoms could be in many ways: walking in the park, sitting on a bench and watching people around. Or it could be opening your journal and write down all the things that comes to mind. Or even just sitting on your couch and thinking about what you want. When I'm walking in a park, I like to sit and just watching people. It's a kind of meditation. Actually, I feel weird because as an introvert, sitting like this is like I feel like I'm exposed to the world. But it's in this moment that I find answer to my question, that I think about all the things that I want to achieve in my life, and I have a clear mind to make decisions. So even if it's something difficult to do, go ahead. I love this so much. It's something that I like to do every morning. I hate being early. I need some time for myself, even if I have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep. So I like to take just 10 minutes and be in silence, drink my tea and be with my cat. I like to think about my day and what I want to do and not to do. It's this 10 minutes that allows me to slow down in the morning before my day really begins. You can do everything that you want during this time. It's up to you. You can do like me, sit on your couch, drink your tea or your coffee, be with your pets and think about what you want to accomplish. But you can also do some workouts, walk in the nature or whatever. It could be less, it could be more. I'm not a huge fan of doing everything during a morning routine. You can't do it all. Exercising, journaling, reading, having a breakfast, being ready for your day. Actually, it's not possible. You're not a superhuman. It's more than an extra time. I tried to do this a few years ago and I felt so overwhelmed by everything that I needed to do. I'm not a huge fan of sacrificing your sleep for activities that you can incorporate in your day later. So what about you? What would you do during these extra minutes? It's a tough one because in the world we live right now, it's all about productivity, doing more, always more. We want to be present everywhere. We want to be on social media, we want to be with our loved ones, having a side hustle, being productive in our 9-to-5 jobs, and not resting enough. When you welcome the slow living lifestyle, you realize what's important and what you need to prioritize in your life. It's been a month that I've tried as much as possible to not being really productive during my rest day. I try as much as possible to do things that I love and not pretend to be productive. It was hard in the beginning because I always had something in my mind and I didn't really enjoy the present moment. Now if I want to watch a TV show for hours, I watch a TV show for hours. I also reduced the number of items on my to-do list. I did things that weren't absolutely necessary and I put myself under pressure to do these things. Now I have 3 things on my to-do list, 2 more important and the third one is less important but really easy to check, and if I finish all these tasks before the end of the day, great. I don't put another things to do on my to-do list. It's finished. It's also important to delegate. If you're not living alone, you don't have to have all the weight of the chores on your shoulders. You may have lowered your expectations, I know this, but at least the things will be done. You want to do it all, experience everything and be everywhere. So you say yes to everything without checking if it's something that you want to do. You want to please everyone, you want to outperform at work, you have the fear of missing out, and you put people's wishes ahead of your own. Over the years, I learned to say no. I put myself first. It may seem selfish, but nobody will better take care of you than yourself. If you are at the top with yourself, you can be at the top to help other people. So you need to take care of yourself first before taking care of others. So when I needed to take care of myself and my colleagues asked me to go out for an after work, I said no. When our parents wanted to see us with my boyfriend and we didn't see each other for a week, we said no. No could also be a great answer for a promotion. I said no to a promotion when I was in my corporate job. I didn't want to work a lot more even for a better pay. Best decision I made. There are many examples in which no is really the great answer. It's hard in the beginning, but it's rarely something that you will regret. Practice gratitude helps you to appreciate all the things you already have. In my minimalism journey, it's something that I practice a lot towards all the things that I already own. I was someone who wanted more clothes, more money, more space, but I realized I was lucky with what I had. You don't have to practice gratitude in your journal. You can do it in your shower, you can do it first thing in the morning, whatever. For my part, I like to sit on my couch and watching everything I have around me and be happy with what I have. It's even better with my cat on my knees. So even if I have big goals and I want to reach them, I realize that I'm already happy. If you want to practice gratitude, take a piece of paper and for 1 week write down all the things that you are grateful for. It's great to start with 3 things, but if you have more, even better. It could be a good meal you enjoy with a loved one. It could be a walk in nature. Sometimes I put things that seem futile, but these things makes me happy. So don't be afraid to write down all these things too. Nobody will read it. If you have a busy week right now, if you don't have time for everything that you want to achieve, if you are in this kind of rut where everything is complicated, what kind of activities could enhance your mental health? Perhaps it's to lay down on your couch and watching Netflix. Perhaps it's to declutter and clean up around you to feel better. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do that will help you to feel better. For example, some nights I feel better to tidy up, to do the chores, to clean up my kitchen to feel better. But it's not the easiest thing when you have something to watch on Netflix. So what can you do right now to feel better? It's when we learn to slow down that we are more careful about our needs, about what we want to do, about what we want to see, anything. Perhaps you need to take a nap and rest. Perhaps you need to get out of your routine and see something else. Perhaps your body needs sports. So take your journal and write down everything you want or need right now. Take your time to ask yourself the right questions according to your needs. Indeed, sometimes when you are in a rush, what you think you need to do is to go out, see some friends, whatever. But what you need is to do some sports, have a healthy meal and have a good sleep. I love my non-to-do list. Oddly, it's what helps me to be productive. When I write down my to-do list in the morning, I also write down my non-to-do list. It's all these things that I don't want to do during my day to be productive. It's all about scrolling on social media when I don't want to, eating unhealthy, don't spend some time outside, and so on. But of course, it also could be not enjoying the present moment. Creating a non-to-do list really helps me to be productive when I really need to be productive. It also allows me to create a life on my own and not spending time consuming news and other people life content. It's complicated in this world to create the life you want without checking what other people do. We compare ourselves every day and we watch people live to copy them or to find inspiration. That's why we spend so much time watching YouTube video or watching profiles on social media. We don't take time to ask ourselves if it's how we want to create our life and it's how we want to do things. So think about this list, it's really helping. And think about how you want to create your life on your own. The last point is meal planning and meal prepping. And I think you ask yourself why this thing helps me to slow down my life. Actually, I think it's the most important one, because when I have a long day of work and I go home, I don't want to ask myself what I will eat and cook for 20 minutes and actually eat at 9 p.m. I don't want to ask myself this question because everything is ready. I spend like 2 hours every Sunday meal planning and meal prepping for the week, and almost every meal are okay and prepared. And what a relief when I spend a complicated day at work and I just need to warm up the meals and yeah, everything is okay and we can enjoy our meal. It simplifies my life a lot. Meal planning and meal prepping helps me to slow down, but it also helps me to save time and save money, so it's a win-win situation. Okay guys, I hope this video will help you to slow down, will help you to find more ways to enjoy the present moment. Tell me in the comments below if you have any other tips to slow down in your life. I see you in the next one. Bye bye.